His Excellency Sri Vidyasagar Rao ji, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, my colleague R.K. Agarwal, Chairman BSc Sri Ramadurai, MD Ashish Kumar Chauhan, experts, panelists, invited guests, and ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin by complimenting BSc for organizing such an important conference on such a timely topic. Mr. Agarwal was mentioning about something which has happened outside India just today. But what has happened over a period of time that in all sorts of businesses, not necessarily financial services, businesses have tried to look for methods to handle a situation which can emerge from within or for want of any particular development within the system. We have, for example, tried to deal with a business continuity plan. We have tried to deal with a disaster recovery plan. But that there can be committed, a strong, motivated, and targeted attack on any business or any system was something which was not heard of maybe 7 or 10 years ago. And these are people who have the best of technology, best of resources, and the period when it started that some people were trying to do it for fun, so we have moved away from something happening for fun to areas which are so organized, and there are reasons to believe that some of them might be state-sponsored as well. And the effort is to take advantage of the gap in technology, the entities' confidentiality, the whole network, accessibility, all that are getting challenged. Now, and this can happen not only from external sources, one has to worry today also about something happening from within the organization. Now, what is happening is the impact. The worrying thing is the huge impact that these efforts can have on the larger system. Because these are matters, these are developments which are not affecting only the organization, but this is affecting the larger society and the whole nation. There are cases across countries after countries where such attempts have been made. And these cases have happened not necessarily in the financial sector. These are happening across the sectors. We are aware, for example, of what happened in 2013 in the oil sector in Saudi Arabia, or with regard to the nuclear installations in Iran, or in 2013 about gas pipelines in the USA. So it is happening across the sector. And so far as the financial sector is concerned, it is even more common. And I'm sure all of us are aware of the Operation High Roller, which took place in 2012, where billions of dollars were transferred from accounts of high net worth individuals into prepaid debit cards, and all traces were removed, and it was impossible to track them. In the securities market or in the financial markets, episodes have happened in NASDAQ, episodes have happened in Korea. But so far as the securities market is concerned, across the world, the securities market are more vulnerable. And part of the reason is that securities market are a market where adoption of technology has been very fast, and now dependence on technology has been almost 100%. This has brought its own advantages because, for example, from the days of open outcry system to days of anonymous order-driven system and dematting of accounts, people have got tremendous benefits about ease and convenience, about avoidance of fraud, about the quality of information. One major change which has happened is the quality of information, the timeliness of information, the dissemination of information, and also the democratization of information. For a retail investor, it is much more easy today to get information about the company he is interested than it was, say, 10 years ago or 12 years ago. It is also non-discriminatory. So while there are all these advantages, every technology also brings its own challenges. And in the securities market, the risk can be, for example, in areas of denial of service, market disorder. There can be attempts to modify, delete, or corrupt the transaction data or even the master data. The access and disclosure of privileged information, which is not public, can be made to others and thereby create a loss of trust in the economy or in the whole market. And the worrying part is that such attacks are happening with greater and greater sophistication. And there are challenges which are rapidly evolving, and the vulnerability is increasing. The International Organization of Security Commissions, that is IOSCO, has been seized with this matter for the last 2 years. They have come out with some basic framework about how countries and regulators across the world should coordinate and prepare for it. But whatever has happened within the IOSCO system or within a particular country, including India, in my view, it is only a beginning of our preparedness, and it is a beginning of the resilience that is required. And some of the thoughts which come to my mind are, for example, creating awareness, creating frequent, regular audit of the system and the risk mitigation measures, simulations and mock drills, and a study of what is happening across the world. I hope that today's conference will be able to focus the energy of all those who are here today towards not only creating basic awareness, but also about creating a framework about how we can have a plan of action in our security resilience. And I'm sure from the experts who are here, over a period of time, if we have something which we can now refer to in future about the Indian securities market system, I'm sure the purpose of the conference will be served and we will be greatly benefited. Thank you very much for inviting me.